Hello, welcome to Michelle Sews again. I'm Michelle. It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's another hashtag Friday Sews kind of day. If you want to know what I've been working on, what I have planned coming up, and a little bit about life, then please stay tuned. First of all, I'd like to thank Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews. It is such a fun hashtag to follow, so please go and put it in the search bar in YouTube, and you're going to meet all kinds of really lovely sewists. All right, so let's just jump into it. What have I made this week? I have only made one item, and I actually just finished it because I had started it the week before, and I finally finished my brother's shirt. So I made this shirt for He Made June 2022. It's a challenge hosted by Adam from Adam Sews and Lisa from One Lisa Show. They are both here on YouTube and on Instagram, so go and follow them. I will link them both. I'll link their YouTube and their Instagram channels down below. And the idea behind the challenge is to just bring awareness to the fact that there aren't as many patterns for boys and men as there are for women. So I have been wanting to make this shirt for my brother for quite some time because I was inspired when I found the fabric. So I didn't look for the fabric to make a shirt for him. I came across the fabric when I was fabric shopping for myself, and I thought, I need to make that for my brother. So if you haven't watched any of my earlier videos, my brother is semi-retired. He lives up in Chicago, and he is a artist, designer, creative type by nature and by profession. So he's retired from a furniture design career, and he did furniture design and home goods and things like that. So but he's always done art in every medium. He can paint the most gorgeous portraits, and he can draw, and I mean, he just does everything. So I saw this fabric on Mood when I was shopping for myself, and it's this guitar fabric that I've shown before. And I knew that because he's semi-retired, so he doesn't need anything for like work, because he's his current job is he is designing guitars, gorgeous, stunning guitars. I will link his Instagram channel below, but here's a couple of pictures of some of his designs. And this has been in the making for a couple of years, and he just launched his business a couple of months ago. And he is also a musician, so it's not just an aesthetic point of view. It's also he's actually concerned about whether or not the guitars actually put out the right sounds. So it's an all-in endeavor for him, which is why it took him several years to get it just right. And his business is launched, and I believe he's doing pretty well. So anyway, so I found this fabric, and I thought, I think my quirky brother would get a kick out of that. But because he's retired, semi-retired, whatever, he doesn't need clothes for an office. So I thought a camp shirt style would be perfect for the print. And he does like this style of shirt. I've seen him wear them many times. He actually likes vintage, like bowling shirts and things. So I thought this might be right up his alley. And so I found this camp shirt pattern on Etsy, and it was on sale for half off. So it was like $3 and change, which means the original price was only $6. So, and it had great reviews. So I went ahead and got that, and I'll put some line drawings in up here. But I finished the shirt. Now, you guys, I put up a vote for the buttons in my video last week, and also on my Instagram, and you guys have opinions, man. Which is great. I will tell you that the vote was split pretty equally. So I had the wood buttons, and then I had the green plastic buttons. And spoiler alert, I went with the wood buttons, and not because of any voting, because like I said, the voting was pretty comparable, but because several people called out that the buttons reminded them of little mini LPs. Do you see the concentric circles in there? And that just kind of sealed the deal for me. I really still, despite the only negative comments I got were about the green buttons, even though equally as many people like the green buttons, the few people who didn't like the green buttons told me why. I still think that the green buttons would have looked great. So I don't think I could have gone wrong with either one, but I went with the wood because of the mini LP connection to the guitars, and I just thought that came out really cute. And the pattern, I will tell you, the only thing that I don't like about the pattern is this facing. I cut it out exactly to the pattern. I followed the instructions, and I just feel like it's just not sitting as well as I would like it to. Oh, look, I remembered to put a label in. I never remember labels, and I remembered my label. But other than the facing, I am super happy with how this came out. I think that my brother will love it. I hope so anyway. And I'm gonna mail that to him. His birthday is actually July 1st. So I didn't intend for this to be a birthday present when I made it, but it just kind of works out that way. So I'm really excited that I finally finished that. I'm gonna take a better picture. I'll insert it up here so you can see how the whole thing kind of came out. And hopefully when he gets it, he will take some pictures of him wearing it so that I can share that with you guys as well. All right, so that's all I've made so far this week. What is next on my table? So as I mentioned, I believe I already mentioned this last week as well. Next on my table, I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of this amazing fabric. It is a ribbed knit fabric, and it's got this gorgeous like snakeskin print in these gorgeous like blues and purples and things like that. I bought this fabric from Miley May Fabrics online, and I bought it last year, and I think it's gorgeous. I'm gonna make the Helen's Closet Elliot t-shirt. So the Elliot pattern has both more of a kind of a wintry fall style because it's got like a mock turtleneck and long sleeves, but it also has a basic tee that is a loose fit tee, which is really my style. So I'm really excited to make this. And the reason that I didn't have it made up already is because I sent the pattern off to PDF Plotting, and I just got it back last night. So that's longer than it usually takes for me to get things from PDF Plotting, but you know, it's fine. So I have the pattern now. I can cut it out today, and I'll work on sewing it this weekend at some point, because I do have plans tomorrow that I'll share with you in a minute. So that is the next priority, and I'm gonna make this t-shirt to support the T-shirt for Summer 2022 challenge that's being hosted by Sew Joey. She's also here on YouTube and on Instagram, and I will link all of her channels below as well. So I feel like I need to make some t-shirts for the summer to wear with, you know, jeans, leggings, whatever. I am wearing my fun shortalls today that I made for the Sewing Bowl challenge. And I just have a ready to wear t-shirt. I bought a bunch of t-shirts from Old Navy a couple weeks ago because they were like $4.99 a piece. And they're like a loose fit basic tee. And they came in all these fun, pretty like colors that are so me. And I thought that's easier than making them. And that way I don't have to take my time sewing solids, which don't especially thrill me, and I can spend my time on the fun prints. All right, so then the next fabric that I have that I'm gonna sew after the snakeskin is this fabric that I got last year. I think this one came from Fabric Mart, but this feels, I finally washed it. I loved the print on this, but I wasn't super excited about the fabric. Like it felt very, not plasticky, but it just had this very synthetic-y feel to it. So I wasn't super excited about sewing with it, but I'm gonna tell you, I washed it and now it's like super soft. I believe that when I looked at the tag, do I still have the tag? Maybe not. I'm pretty sure this is a rayon jersey. So that explains why it washed up really nice. I'm surprised knowing that it's a rayon jersey that it felt so synthetic-y before I washed it, but it must have had some kind of a starch or something on it. But I just love the fabric. I love the print. I believe Madi from Madi Sews also has this fabric. So yeah, I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of this. I don't know which one yet. if I love that Elliott tee, then maybe this will be another one, because that could be a really good basic tee. So also on my short-term plans list is I've started thinking about, I've seen a bunch of really cute linen pants, and I have made the Sinclair Poppy pants. I've made it a few times and I finally got the fit where I really like them. I don't feel like I have a need to try a ton of different pant patterns. That's a super simple, basic pant pattern. It's a loose fit, it's elastic waist, it has inseam pockets. It checks all my boxes, and it comes in different lengths, and the Sinclair Patterns company makes patterns for different heights. So this is actually a petite length pant, and I can make it either in a full length or a cropped length. And for me, I like the cropped length. I don't really have a need for the longer length. So what I'm thinking of doing, I shared this fabric with you guys in my fabric haul recently, and it's this orange and white striped linen. And I washed this up, and oh my gosh, when I got this, it was super stiff. And it's not like a drapey linen, but it is much softer now that I've washed it. And I love the fact that like it's not like a crisp linen, like it's, you know, it's got that lived in look, and I really like that. And I just think these would make some really cute poppy pants, and just to wear with like a cute orange t-shirt or something. What do you guys think? I know originally I said I was going to use this to make a shirt dress, but I'm thinking the poppy pants for this. Okay, so last week, Miley May Fabrics, where I got the snakeskin fabric, was having a sale, an extra 25% off clearance. So I went on the website. They only sell knits. And so I went on the website, and they sell really fun prints and colors. So it's a lot of my style. And I bought 4 pieces of fabric. They weren't all on the clearance sale, but their fabric prices are really reasonable to begin with. So I feel like I did okay. The first 2 fabrics that I got are the same. I just got them in 2 different colors. And it's like a ribbed knit, but between the ribs is like this, it's almost like a seersucker knit, if that even makes sense. But this has like really, it's got great stretch this way, not so much this way. But again, I don't make tops with negative ease, so that's not super important to me. But I love these 2 colors together. I got this orange color and this hot pink color, and I really want to make a Finn t-shirt. It's a seam work pattern. I've made it once before, and the one that I made before I made in double brush poly. I wear that as a sleep shirt. I don't wear that out. Just I feel like the print and the solid mixed together to me gives like a pajama vibe and not like an outdoor t-shirt vibe. So I wear that to bed. But I love the way that t-shirt fits. It was a super easy shirt to make. The size that I made fits me perfect. Now I might have to measure again. I mean, I've lost about 10 pounds since I started my health journey, so it's not like I've dropped a lot. But I should measure myself again before I make it again. Although I have gained weight since I made that, so I might be back where I was when I made it. Anyway, so yeah, I want to make these 2 into a Finn t-shirt, and if I can get that done in the month of June, then that will be another entry for the t-shirt for summer challenge. And then I got 2 more pieces of fabric that are really fun prints. This first one, it's almost like see, I don't know my knits very well. I'll look it up and I'll put it at the bottom of the screen what kind of a knit this is. It feels more swimsuit material to me now that I have it, but not as thick. It's very lightweight, it's very drapery, but look at that incredible print. Oh my gosh, I love it so, so much. I'm just a big fan of an oil slick print. I just love it. So this is obviously different shades of purples and blues. pretty, pretty. Don't know what, I don't have plans for that one yet. And then this last one is, it feels almost like, it feels like a double brush poly in the fact that it's soft, but it's so much thinner than a double brush poly. So I'm not sure what this is, but look at that fun print. That's totally me, right? I like it. So I got 2 yards of each of the prints, and I got 1 yard each of the solids, because I think I can put one shirt together with 2 total yards of that. Hopefully, we'll see. So that's all my fabric purchases. And then I did get my order, I think I already said this, I got my order from PDF Plotting. And what I found interesting, and I have wondered this because I've made the mistake before. I have, you know, when I order a PDF file, I get all, you know, all the versions usually come with it, especially if it's from like Seamwork or Fiber Mood or one of those guys. You get all the sizes, you get all the different variations, whether it's copy shop or at home or projector, you get them all. So with Seamwork, not 100% of their patterns, but many of their patterns have Copy Shop US and Copy Shop AO. And I've made the mistake of submitting Copy Shop US, but placing it under the Copy Shop AO, because on PDF Plotting, it just lists the measurements. It doesn't say US or AO or any of that. So I did learn how to figure out what the properties are of the PDF file, and here to help you so that you don't have to look it up. Copy Shop US, the measurements are 33.1 by 62.28. The Copy Shop AO is 33.1 by 46.8. And with PDF Plotting, that first Copy Shop AO, like you want to go with the AO. You don't want to go with the US, even though you would think we're in the US, you go with the US. The Copy Shop US, because it's on longer paper, it costs more, even though you would need fewer pages. Actually, I don't know that I've actually made that comparison, so I could be wrong about that. I should do that comparison for you. But just to help you out, make sure that if you're using Copy Shop US, that you're getting the right, that you're ordering the right size from PDF Plotting. The patterns that I sent to PDF Plotting, I got the saltwater slip because I'm gonna make a short version of that to wear under some of my more sheer dresses. So I've got a couple of my Nova middies, especially my newest one that I made out of a pink eyelet. It's see-through, so I need like a nude color slip to wear under that, and I thought the saltwater slip would be a good option. And I can wear under any of my other dresses when I need to. I got my Elliot tee. I got 2 sweatshirt patterns that I'm gonna make in the fall, but I just went ahead and added them to the order. I got the Seamwork Kari short-alls. I was gonna make those earlier this year and realized that I didn't have it printed yet. So I sent that because now that I know I like these overalls, I wanna make a couple of other pair, and I like the way that this one fits. I like everything about it except for this part. I don't like the fact that you have to thread the straps through the grommets and then tie a knot. It makes it kind of time consuming when you have to go to the little ladies' room. And because I drink 120 ounces of water a day now, I go to the restroom quite often, and this just slows me down. So if I made this pattern again, I would switch the grommets out probably for a snap, or even the typical overall, you know, connectors, but I wouldn't do these again. They look cute, but it's not practical. The Kari has shoulder ties, so I feel like that would be super easy to get on and off. And it's really cute. And then I also printed the Reggie dress, which is a wrap style dress. I'm not sure, I don't know, I feel like that one might suit me better than the Wildwood wrap dress did. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna make it out of like an old sheet that I have that I thrifted a while back just to check for fit, and I'm probably going to muslin the whole thing. I won't finish it off really nice because I'm using an old sheet that I wouldn't wear, but I want to make sure that I like the look of the whole thing. Whereas when I did the Wildwood wrap dress muslin, I literally only did it for fit. So I didn't get a sense of how the whole thing would look on me once it was finished. I was just concerned with fit. And that doesn't tell you the whole story. So I learned that, not the hard way. It's not like that took me forever. But I do feel like going forward, when I feel the need to make a muslin or a toile, I feel like I will make the whole thing, even if I don't spend the time to finish it off nicely, just to see if I like the look of the style on me in addition to whether or not it fits. Do you do muslins? If you do you do the whole thing, or do you just do enough of it to get the fit? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. All right, so now we're on to life. I actually got my colors done. I broke down. I was really not against it, but I didn't feel like I needed to, because I know what colors I like. I know what colors make me happy. And if I was gonna learn that those colors weren't my colors, I don't know that I would have cared. It wouldn't have bummed me out because I wouldn't have cared. I wanna wear the colors that make me happy. So I'm really not sure. I think I just had a moment of weakness because I'm really not sure what motivated me to just go ahead and click the button. But I did it, and I'm going to do a separate video on that. But in the short term, just to give you a sneak peek, I was told that I am a sunlit spring. That was a new term for me. I think it's really funny. All these different gurus have different terms for like the sub-seasons. But I did it with the Color Guru, and I will link her website in the description box below. But I'm gonna do a separate video on that and tell you my thoughts on it. All right. Also in life, today is mine and my husband's 16th wedding anniversary. This is a second marriage for both of us, and it is our first anniversary apart. So I told you guys before that my husband is working out of state for long periods of time right now, and he works in Pennsylvania. I live in Florida. And he's actually working back in near where we lived before we moved down to Florida. So the good part of that is he's close to his daughters. And so even though we don't get to be together on our anniversary, at least he gets to be near his daughters for Father's Day. So I think that's nice. But yeah, it's our first anniversary apart since we got married, and I'm a little bummed about that. But he did send me a nice surprise. He sent me these gorgeous flowers. Let me show you a picture there. And they smell divine. They're beautiful. And he always writes the sweetest cards. He's just super thoughtful. And yeah, so happy anniversary to us. My plans for the weekend, other than getting some sewing done, which I am gonna get done, I'm going thrifting tomorrow with Jen and Trish, and I can't wait. They are the two thrifting queens. So I'm gonna learn a lot. I'm actually going to do a little bit of homework, and I'm gonna go through some different upcycling YouTubes. So I have a couple of people that I like to watch. Orly, I forget what the DIY, I can't remember her channel name, but I like her a lot. And then I also like the DIY Blueprint. So I will link both of their channels below, but they always have the most fun upcycling projects. So I'm going to go through and look at some of their videos and see if that gives me any kind of inspiration. I'm not going to copy anything that they do, but I might get some inspiration for some things. So that way, when I go in, I have like an idea of what I'm looking for. And of course, if something, catches my eye that's not part of a plan, I might pick it up. But yeah, I'm excited about that. Today's Friday Sews question is, what is your favorite fabric store, whether it's bricks and mortar or online? And I have a couple. My favorite fabric store is Spoonflower. And that's really because of the unbelievable, it's almost like an unlimited number of prints. It's colorful. Like if you are like me and you like bold, colorful prints, Spoonflower is the place to go. And the thing about it is you can get any print printed on any of their substrates or any of their fabric types. And but the negative is that Spoonflower is really expensive. So even though they're my favorite fabric store, I've shopped with them a handful of times, but they're not necessarily my go-to on a regular basis just because of how pricey they are. Now this fabric here, this came from Spoonflower, and this one is called Summertime Champagne Soiree, and it's designed by my favorite fabric designer. Her name is, I think her name's Melissa. Her company name is The Artworks. She's on Instagram. I will link her below. But I love her prints so much. They're just so my style. And I got this one in a cotton voile, and I really love it. I have not tried all of their fabrics types. So I have tried the gauze. I got a really fun flamingo print in a double gauze that I made a swimsuit cover up out of last year. I'll put a picture of it here. That came out super cute, and that fabric's really nice and dreamy. And I mean, I've made, you know, my favorite Hope dress that I made that's got 3 different colors of the same fabric. That I made out of their basic cotton, which was the least expensive. Or did I do the cotton poplin? I can't remember. But that fabric, that print was also designed by Melissa from The Artworks, and that one was a big hit. Every time I wear that dress, I get a ton of compliments. So I'll put a picture of that one up here too. So I love Spoonflower. After Spoonflower, I love StyleMaker. Again, another one that I just love their fabrics, the quality. You're never gonna have to worry about the quality of that fabric. But again, it's expensive. So I haven't shopped with them a ton, but I do love their fabrics. And then Mood. I like Mood because they have a ton of fabrics, and they often have sales. So that's a good thing. I'm trying to think, where do I get most of my fabrics? I shop wherever. I have gotten stuff from fabricmart.com. I wouldn't say that's my favorite. I have gotten some good things, but I've also gotten some things that aren't quality. I feel like they're kind of hit or miss for me from a quality standpoint. And the same with their prices. I know a lot of people say that they're one of the least expensive, but they have a lot of expensive fabrics too. So that's not my favorite place to shop, but I have gotten some nice things there before. So yeah, those, I would say Spoonflower, StyleMaker, and Mood. For knits, my newest favorite is Miley May. They have inexpensive fabric, and the prints and colors that they sell are absolutely my style. So I'd love to hear what your favorite place is to shop. Oh, and by the way, all of mine are online. I don't do a ton of shopping in stores. When I do, it's usually at Joann's. If I was still in Miami, I might hit some of those fabric stores that we hit on our during our staycation last year in September. But there's not really any like local fabric stores in the vicinity where I live. So if I go shopping in person, it's going to be Joann's. That's all I have for you guys today. Wherever you are, I hope the weather's amazing. I hope you're able to get some sewing in, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.